2024 is truly the year for allegations and exposés. This year, it appears like everybody is getting some sort of allegation thrown their way, and for the most part, as far as we've seen, some people seem to be getting caught dead to rights. And this year, everybody is getting outed. Your favorite streamer, your favorite content creators, your favorite YouTubers, your favorite musicians, everybody is getting outed this year. Nobody is safe. A few days ago, as most of you already know, Dr. Disrespect had some pretty bold allegations thrown his way, some pretty life-ruining, career-destroying allegations that, for all we know, could have been extremely defamatory. But unfortunately, there is not a lot to know, because no matter how you twist this story, it can't be looked at any other way but extremely bad for Dr. Disrespect. A few days ago, I decided that I wasn't going to be talking about these allegations because, by all means, my opinion was that there is not enough information to definitively claim that Dr. Disrespect was guilty of anything, regardless of whatever is being circulated or whatever rumors are being chosen to be believed. Today, though, because of all of the information that's been coming out, because of all of the reactions from all these companies and the way people have been treating Dr. Disrespect, not just personally, but professionally, it appears that this entire drama, this entire situation has reached a pinnacle of heat when it comes to how bad things are really getting. So let's start where it all began. Initially, these allegations surfaced in a very vague tweet by Cody Connors, an ex-Twitch employee, saying he got banned because got caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed. For the first few instances of this, nobody really knew what this was about. Nobody really understood what these claims were for. Everybody just thought it was kind of cryptic and that it didn't really refer to anybody in specific until other claims and other tweets came out essentially corroborating the information. And even then, people didn't really know what to do with this information until more and more people started saying, yeah, this is a rumor that we also heard that seems to be pretty in line with what is being said now. However, in one of the most bad-looking plays that could have been possibly made by Dr. Disrespect, he actually responded to somebody reporting on these allegations. This is what he had to say to that person. Dr. Disrespect, Jake, seriously, I get it. It's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract. Obviously, the word choice here turned a lot of eyes his way. It shifted a lot of eyebrows and made everybody think, why would he not just outright deny the claims instead of saying that no wrongdoing was acknowledged? It sort of paints a bad picture of what's going on with the situation. Other creators also had the same sentiment. Mudahar even saying, would rather have read the words no wrongdoing has happened. From this point forward, it was very downhill from there. It was very game over. Typically, in situations like these, it is very important to say innocent until proven guilty. We don't understand what's going on. We don't have information. We don't really know what happened. It would be absurd to assume what's going on. But the thing is, Dr. Disrespect, the way that he worded his claims, the way that he responded to all of this, made people jump the boat immediately and just immediately start making these claims that he in fact did what he's being accused of. Dr. Disrespect's following tweets and addressal of the situation aren't much better because he doesn't outright deny what he's being accused of again. This was Dr. Disrespect's follow-up. Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring Monday. Now, this tweet raised even more eyebrows. More people started questioning, saying, bro, why would you say I was not talking to a minor trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon like what was alleged? Other people are saying, so you don't deny messaging a minor. As we can see, this response didn't answer anything at all. If anything, it made people ask even more questions, and they started coming up with the most insane theories as to why he's not making any claims or why he's not outright denying anything. Personally, I have two very rational and logical theories that could provide a satisfactory answer as to why he's not doing one or the other, but at the end of the day, this is still all speculatory. Let's say hypothetically, and I say that in very bold words, hypothetically, let's say that he did do what he is being accused of. That would imply that Twitch did actually end up reading his chat logs with this individual, and that would also imply that there was a breach of privacy in his chat logs, which could also hypothetically be a grounds for a lawsuit, especially if they terminated him for something like that. This means that when both parties settled, not only did Dr. Disrespect get paid his contract, but on top of that, they must have both agreed to a non-disclosure agreement so that they can avoid talking about something that could be potentially defamatory. As for his claim that he didn't do anything wrong, all this has been probed and settled, nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, there's a very high possibility that what he's claiming is exactly that. Maybe if there actually was any evidence of him doing something that he's being accused of, there's possibly not enough criminal activity going on for him to have been charged with anything illegal or any criminal criminal activity at all for that matter, considering that many states have different consent and age laws, but I digress. On the other hand, though, if there is possibly, hypothetically, maybe a criminal charge that could have been pressed by this, then it's a possibility that the evidence was dismissed because of the way that it was obtained. It was possibly obtained illegitimately because Twitch must have breached his privacy. Keep in mind, this is all just going off the insane conjecture that he possibly did what he's being accused of doing. This is all just theory crafting, for lack of better words. This is all speculation. None of this is set in stone, but you are more than free to come up with your own conclusions and opinions. Now, on to my second theory as to why he can't deny what he's being accused of. Well, that one is more simple. If he denies any of it outright, that means he could potentially be breaching an NDA that may be in place. Furthermore, if he did deny it, he could potentially be opened up to litigation for perjury. There is also the possibility that denying it would open up the possibility of providing evidence, which would mean that he would now have to get information from an already settled case, which may be under NDA, yada 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 yada. There are rational reasons as to why he can't outright deny anything. However, both of these conclusions, or any of these conclusions, no matter how many of there are, they're just theories, so don't take anything of what I'm saying at face value. Take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt. As a matter of fact, don't even believe what I'm saying at all, period. It's just theory. At this point, we're actually past all of that anyways. We're beyond that point. We're beyond any of that speculation because more information came out last night that really puts Dr. Disrespect under a terrible light. Midnight Society made a statement, and Midnight Society, if you don't know what that is or who that is, it's a company that Dr. Disrespect co-founded with a couple of other people, and here's what they had to say. On Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Beam, aka Dr. Disrespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved, and in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Beam immediately. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed, along with our community of players. I hate to say this because there's still not enough definite evidence, but this is really concerning for reasons I'm sort of hesitant to mention. Here's what I'll say. In my mind, and optically for a lot of people, this sounds like Midnight Society held Dr. Disrespect up to some very harsh scrutiny and concluded that he did something that doesn't align with the company's best interest, which to a lot of people is a sign with big red letters stating that he did it. Of course, that is absolutely absurd to claim as we don't have any evidence, innocent until proven guilty, but it is getting harder and harder to look at this and think of it as anything less than extremely concerning. After this, even people that were vehemently defending him have sort of turned the other way and are either seriously coping or outright abandoning ship. And the way Dr. Disrespect has been reacting to this on stream as well is very concerning. It's just fire on top of fire, negativity on top of negativity.
You know? When shit like this happens over the weekend and it just kind of... It's like, how many times can I I don't, like, I'm actually tired of being on social media, and I've expressed that over the years, champs. I just, you know, I've always kind of hinted like it'd be nice to get off and just completely separate, right? Champs, I'm gonna call it right there. A little short one. We've accomplished some things, but I think more importantly, we need to step away. I think when I say step away, I mean, I'm gonna have to either have to relay this to the Midnight Society, but you know, maybe I step away from there too. Just completely remove myself from the scene. It's what I need to do. I mean, right? Champs, take all the time you need, says Layer Cake. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Give me back my dog! Okay. Don't be a pussy. God damn it. I'm telling you, it's fatigue. It's tired. It's wanting to just kind of move away from the limelight. Ultimately, that's what it's about. You know what I mean, champs? Damn, now what? I mean, shit, there's 50 million other streamers you can watch right now. It's getting old, yo. What's getting old? Get the break. Respect it, Doc. Okay, I appreciate that. It's getting old, you're not alone. That's not very nice. You don't like me? It's time to drive into the sunset, says Swervin. Oof, man, I like your style. It might be time to drive in the sunset, champs. I appreciate all of you. Appreciate all the commitments, the recommitments. Please, do me a favor. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week.
As we can see, he outright says that he wants to remove himself from everything, including this company. Of course, we know that he was terminated, but all of this information has clearly gotten the better of him, and furthermore, it just doesn't paint a good picture at all. People on Twitter all over are using both Midnight Society's announcement and his stream announcement as evidence for him being guilty of what he's being accused of, but personally, I think that's outrageous. People are incredibly quick to just out anybody. Regardless of how I personally feel about the situation, I think it's absurd to claim he's guilty over anything without there being an express awareness for it. Here on this channel, we want evidence, we want proof, we want screenshots, we want integrity. This entire situation may be a sinking ship, but until it fully sinks, there is no point in making the ludicrous claim that Dr. Disrespect did anything, and that's how anyone should play it. Innocent until proven guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt. And while it doesn't look good, there is always the possibility that there is something we just do not know that could change this entire situation, either for the better or worse, and I'm not the type to gamble with information like that, and neither should anyone else. People have gotten way too comfortable with making absurd claims and conjectures without verifying their claims and getting supporting evidence or proof for them, which is backwards and wrong by any account. It also doesn't help that the person who came out with this information in the first place appeared to be a very opportunistic and shallow individual himself who tried to make a spectacle of these claims in the first place and even potentially tried profiting from these claims as well. It's disgusting all around, and the situation genuinely keeps getting worse, which is why I wanted to finally talk about it and have some discussion. All that being said, let me know what you guys think, but for now, that's really all I got for today. Later.